Hello everybody, I am Baltmatrix, and today is Friday, September 30th, 2022, and there is giant robot news! Did you know that Hasbro Pulsecon was today? Well, it was. First off, I want to give a huge shout out to my good buddy at Toy Grind, aka Thu, who did the pre-show. He was the MC for the pre-show. Fantastic job, my friend. You killed it. I would love to see you do it again. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to Dr. Lockdown and That Toy Guy. I was on a stream with them on Discord, and we discussed some things, and we talked about the pre-show and then the Transformers stream. Yeah, that's what it was. Big shout outs to both of them. Thank you for having me on. That was a ton of fun. I hope I'm able to do something like that again in the future. That was a ton of fun. We're going to start off today with a little bit of Power Ranger news, just a little bit, and then we'll get into the Transformers goodness. First up is Power Rangers Cosmic Fury production details. Now, ever since this was revealed earlier this year, I've been wondering what the heck this is. My son is really invested in Power Rangers Dino Fury. He loves the show, loves the toys, specifically the Japanese figures. It's just what he likes. He likes those better than the American ones. Sorry. Simon Bennett has revealed that Power Rangers Cosmic Fury is going to be a little bit different. So what they're doing is it's going to be a partial Super Sentai adaptation. The Zords in the series will be from 2017's Q Ranger, but the suits are going to be wholly original, which is interesting. I did not expect that. That's really kind of cool. I like that. So Q Ranger was the space-themed show. We're going to be getting the original 5 actors, apparently, because Cosmic Fury takes place... The first episode of Cosmic Fury takes place directly after the last episode of Dino Fury, which, cool. I'm all for that. I'm looking forward to it. I think these suit designs are fantastic, because Gold Ranger... Just because. I really like this. I really like what they're going for, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they do this series. I wonder if they're going to have somebody in a dragon costume. I really wonder. This is going to be interesting. I'm really curious to see how they manage to pull this off. I'm excited too. And we have our first look at Power Rangers in Space Zap Astro Megazord. I am going to get this. I don't know how I'm going to get this, but I am going to get it. It looks fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It looks superposable. It's huge. It's 14.5 inches tall. I am stoked for this thing. It's going to have different hands. It's going to be able, as I said, fully transformable. This is going to be cool. I think this is going to be really cool. And I have a sneaky suspicion that they're going to release the Astro Delta Megazord, or the Delta Megazord at some point, that can combine with this. I just think they're going to do it. I don't have any evidence. I just have a feeling that they're going to do it, and I'm really happy that they are. And it was shown off at Hasbro Pulsecon. It looks absolutely fantastic. I love the way this thing looks. Oh, Pulsecon Lightning figures. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to jump past those. Sorry, I'm not really into the Lightning figures. I'm more into the giant robots. I have the Megazord pre-ordered, but it hasn't shipped yet, which is weird. Yeah, this thing, I mean, it looks fantastic. It looks fan-freaking-tastic. I love it. I want it. I needs it. Yes, gimme. Alright, let us get into Hasbro Pulsecon Transformers panel. Now, the first thing they showed off was this excellent poster, and I've moved the browser window over to the side so that I'm not in the way. Oops. I want to get up and close and personal with this, because there are details that show up in this poster that were not revealed today. I think this poster is absolutely gorgeous. They have been knocking it out of the park with the artwork this year. All of the artwork is absolutely phenomenal. So, starting from the bottom, we have multiple Junkions. We have a car Junkion. We have a truck Junkion that has motorcycle fronts. We got a Junkion guy up here. We have a different motorcycle Junkion with a sidecar. And then we got regular Junkions. We've got Insecticons, Kickback, Bombshell, Shrapnel, Scrapnel. On top of that, we've got the deluxe Insecticons just behind them. There's Chop Shop, there's Venom, there's Ransack, and Barrage. So we could be getting deluxe Insecticons in deluxe scale. Yes, please. Well, okay, we already got Ransack. It's in this exclusive box set that I have yet to open because I'm a bad toy person. Yeah, see? Right there. Whee! Then we also have some of the Dinobots, or three of them, Grimlock, Slug, and Swoop. There's Camshaft right there. Needle Nose, Armada Hotshot, Leo Prime or Leo Convoy. Right back here, and I'm going to have to super zoom in here, the Space Bridge from Transformers Animated. We've got a Breakdown. We've got Armada Prime. And we've got, I'm going to say that's Tarn's head. And then we've got the Quintesson ship and the Nemesis. That tells me that we're going to get the Nemesis. Maybe as a Titans class figure. Yes, please. Yes. First up, we have Core Class Slug. And he is a cute little dinosaur. He is a very cute little dinosaur. I like the look of this. This thing looks cool, except his tail, gun, shield, stabby weapon. Yeah, it's okay. And then we've got... Oh, yeah, artwork. Artwork's really good. They made a very, very discerning point. Not discerning point. They made sure to emphasize the artwork this time. And in each of the reveals, they showed off the box, which is good. And then we got the box, and then we have Sludge, who I'm not feeling the dinosaur mode or the robot mode. The robot mode has these giant dino legs hanging off the hips. I'm not feeling that all that much. I think it looks kind of derpy, but there's a reason. And that's because there are going to be 6 Dinobots released at the Legend Scale class, and they are going to combine into Volcanicus. What you're seeing on screen right now is Sludge and Slug combined into the torso. I don't think we've ever gotten that before. This has my interest piqued, because I want to see what this is going to be like. Where's Grimlock going to go? What about Snarl and Swoop? And who's the 6th member? Slash, Paddles, the Ankylosaurus whose name I can never remember. I'm interested. I don't like the fact that Sludge's head is it's literally pooping Sludge's head out. So yeah, this is interesting. I want to see where this goes. Artwork for Sludge is fantastic. Box for Sludge is good. Oh, and we're getting Sound Blaster. And Sound Blaster comes with Buzzsaw. Not Laserbeak, Buzzsaw. Next up, Breakdown. We've already seen the leaks. Breakdown is, it's just a Wild Rider repaint. Unfortunately, that's a bummer, but he's going to spend his life sitting on the back of Menasor, so oh well. He comes with a gun that can plug into his spoiler and be used as an axe. You can see it there. Okay, that's fine. I'm kind of bummed that it's not his own unique mold, but I understand why they did it this way. It makes sense. I'm not going to be angry about it. I can't be. I'm looking forward to having Menasor complete, though. That's going to be cool. Scrap Heap. Junkion Scrap Heap. Now, this is a unique figure. It is a weaponizer that does not need to be taken apart in order to transform from vehicle mode to robot mode. And that robot mode looks absolutely fantastic. I love the look of this robot mode. I mean, the head sculpt alone looks great. It comes with a bunch of different weapons. It comes with 2 weapons that he can wield in his hands as guns. It comes with this spiked shield. It comes with a crane hook. It comes with these exhausts. It's very, very cool. And I love this alt mode. This alt mode, though, has some very, very strong Transformers Rise of the Beast Scourge vibes, because that character is this similar kind of truck. It really makes me think of that maybe that deluxe class figure is going to get a retool, or this deluxe class figure might get retooled into a deluxe class Scourge. I doubt it, but it definitely has that feeling. And yeah, it's a weaponizer, for sure. We'll get to that in a minute. Oh, and they also had the QR codes up on all of these. That was smart. I think that's very smart. Oh, and there are the guns. He's got the guns in his hands that I was talking about. Let's get to the packaging, because that's where we talk about the... So, as they said on the stream, the conversion can be done between robot and vehicle mode without taking it apart, but then the figure can come apart and be a weaponizer. That's very smart. Very, very smart. This is a fantastic evolution of the weaponizer gimmick, which is now being called Evo Fusion. Whatever. I'm stoked for this figure. Then they revealed Deluxe Armada Hotshot. Wow. Just wow. I was not expecting this figure to look this good. It looks great. Its vehicle mode looks great, except the wheels. I do not like the way those wheels look. They need more paint. But the figure looks fantastic. It looks absolutely fantastic. Though the legs might be a little bit hampered by the giant windows hanging off the back of them, but it looks like those are on ball joints and could just be moved out of the way. Oh, and if you didn't catch it, yes, the axle gimmick is in place. Doesn't fire a missile, but he has the axle flip up over his head. Good. Too bad he doesn't come with a minicon, though. I would have liked to have seen a new take on Jolt, but oh well. Yeah. Oh, and Needle Nose. Yes. Needle Nose. Finally, we finally have Needle Nose after, what, 3 years of waiting? I think the robot mode looks fantastic. And I love the robot mode of the Target Masters. It looks great in robot mode. I do not care for that vehicle mode. It's like, okay, we got the front end of a jet, and then a brick. What did Toy Guy say? Oh, shoot. Generation Silverbolt syndrome. Yeah, I agree. I'm not thrilled with the way the guns transform, but it's very G1 accurate, like to a fault. And they do combine. You can see it here in the Evo Fusion. If you're wondering what I'm saying about the guns transforming, literally at the feet of the robot modes, little barrels flip out. That's it. That's the transformation. And maybe, and no, that is just the transformation. That's it on both of them. I think Needle Nose is going to be a little bit of a... I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad. I am looking forward to getting a hold of it finally, though. And then we have Leo Prime, which robot mode is beautiful. I love the robot mode. I like the lion mode except for the face. Look at that derpy face. That face just does not work. And it doesn't have any pupils either. And the character model of the character back in the show had eyes. But I can't argue with the sculpting. It looks really good. That is one hell of a muscular lion, though. I'm real interested in picking this one up. Oh, and let's see. Okay, if you look at the back of the lion claws, it's got the blades. The blades flip out of those lion claws. So it's accurate. I'm looking forward to getting this one. And I'm really looking forward to a Nemesis repaint as well. So, the Nemesis Leo Breaker that's been floating around, that's going to be a repaint of this, I bet. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Oh god, that face is so derpy. Oh my god. And then Tarn. And that's where our stream just went, oh! Oh, this looks so good. I think it looks great. I know a couple of people on Twitter aren't real happy with it, but I don't care. I really like it. It looks like it's going to have a very simple transformation, and I'm fine with that. I'm really hoping I don't get my usual issues with figures. So the transformation, I figure, is going to go like this. Legs snap together. Then the shoulders up here will flip down and around towards the hips. The arms will kind of fold in at the upper arm here, like the MMC figure, and then these shoulder treads will flip down and will peg into the bottom of the forearms with these parts on the top of the forearms sticking over the treads, and then the backpack will lift out a little bit, and you take the whole chest and flip it up and then close the backpack. And then you take the giant freaking mega cannons and plop them on top. Then moving to the 360 degree view that they gave us on the turntable, he's superposable. You can see the amount of joints and the amount of bending we've got going on in the legs, and I'm really looking forward to this thing. I am really looking forward to it. Now, something that we talked about on the little recording that we were doing with, or I was doing with Dr. Lockdown and Toy Guy, this tank mode, I love the tank mode. We were wondering if the DJD is going to get figures. And Vox and, what was it, Kaon, those two figures are not really kid or not really toy appropriate. Vox turns into a sniper rifle, and then Kaon turns into an electric chair. That could easily be remolded, and I can see them remolding Tarn into Kaon a bit, just a bit. But the other thing that I noticed was if you take the cannons off the top, this would be a perfect traveling throne for Megatron. So there's that. That is pretty cool. I mean, Tarn just looks great. I love the look of this thing. I want this figure real bad. Now, something I do want to talk about regarding the packaging really quick. They are changing it up a little bit. The Voyagers are going to have or retain the same packaging that they've currently got, where the figures are tied into place. The Deluxes, however, are getting tweaked a bit. There's now going to be a cardboard cutout in the front of the figure in order to prevent thievery. I mean, that's the long and short of it, in order to prevent the figures from getting stolen. But it looks so silly. You've got these tiny little poke outs, and then it just looks goofy. I love it. The next thing that was talked about in a segment that went on way too long was a collaboration between Magic the Gathering and Transformers. I don't know much about Magic. I just don't. I haven't played Magic in 20-some years, and the game's changed quite a bit. In fact, everything I know about Magic I have learned from Loading Ready Run. That's the extent of my knowledge. Great, they're getting hero cards. We've got Optimus Prime, both standard and shattered glass. Then we've got Bumblebee, shattered glass, and standard. And then we've got Starscream, standard and shattered glass, and then we got Soundwave. And why is he blowing up a basketball court, and why is Laserbeak pooping in a basketball net? And then we have shattered glass Soundwave. And then we have Slicer, who, oddly enough, is in the Transformers Armada Wheeljack colors. It even has the slash against the Autobot symbol, which is odd. And then Shattered Glass. And Flame War. And Shattered Glass. I think that's Shattered Glass. It was weird. It was really weird. It was also really hard to understand anything they were saying because I don't know anything about Magic. And then we have the Transformers Legacy A Hero is Born set. I'm going to get this just because I want that Alpha Trion. That is the most G1 accurate Alpha Trion we've ever seen. That's the only reason I want this. That's it. The key to Vector Sigma and Vector Sigma itself is pretty cool too. And then we talked about Transformers Animated. Lugnut is in the Hall of Fame, and so is Commander Class Motormaster, which is a really good figure. It's not my favorite of the year, though. And then they talked about Henry Ornstein, who I did not know this. He was the guy who actually brokered the deal between Hasbro and Takara to bring Diaclone stuff over and remarket them as Transformers. I didn't know that. I should have known that. And he passed away last year in 2021. And I think one of the presenters said, without him, we wouldn't exist. And I know what she meant, but I think it was implied that we wouldn't have been born had he not done that. So I found that funny. Oh, and lastly, Light Bright. These things are going to be $100 a pop, and you can make different versions. You've got Bumblebee Prime and obviously the Autobot symbol. I would get two. I would make the Autobot symbol, and then I would make the Decepticon symbol and hang them here in the Bolt Cave. Or basement. Bolt basement. No, Bolt Cave sounds better. And then there was a little bit of Earthspark news. We saw a trailer that we've already seen, and then it was revealed that OG Outright Games is making a video game based on Earthspark. These are the folks that are littering your PlayStation and your Xboxes with Paw Patrol games, not Pound Puppies, Paw Patrol games. They also made the, what do you call it? Cyberverse game that was hot garbage. And last but by no means least, we have Shattered Glass Soundwave in the Walmart exclusive mold. It looks great. It looks absolutely fantastic. I love the way this thing looks. It looks great. And Laserbeak, Ravage, they both look wonderful. Am I going to pick this one up? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I doubt it. The white plastic turning yellow right away out of the box has been a real problem. And the entire figure's white. My Jaxus is fine, but I know people's whose aren't. I don't know. I might get this for the novelty, maybe. And just keep it up in my bedroom. I've already put away the other Shattered Glass figures that I've got. They're already in baggies. I love the artwork, though. And this artwork here on the left was made by Mark of Hasbro. So that's his first artwork in comic book form. And that's cool. And then they closed it out with an AR Tarn, which was really weird. Because even though I think it's cool, the artifacting and I don't know how to explain this. It didn't look right. Like when the camera zoomed into it, it looked off, and it was the weirdest blender render I had ever seen. Now I'm sure somebody spent a lot of time on this, but you could see on the shoulders there's pixelation going on up here on the shoulder. It's just weird. And the way the light was hitting it was weird. It was odd. And they were obviously playing it up, and the folks on screen were doing the best they could, but it was just odd. It was just really, really odd. I'm sure somebody spent hours upon hours making this model, but I don't know if it was executed very well in this. It's just weird. All right, everybody, that's it for Friday, September 30th, 2022. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of everything down in the comments. I have been Baltmatrix, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend.